let's look at the market. All right, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's look at the market quickly. So this is the DXY. All right, this is DXY. So the momentum of DXY still continue. That last week we talked about the markets, DXY getting momentum for more market to move. So we have consistently for like four back-to-back bullish momentum for DXY last week. And I think this week we just need to fill up this gap and have more rejection from this point. So about 99.8 something for the market this week. So DXY to get rejected from here. So if you are going to be rejected, so please, good evening, everybody. If you are joining us for the first time on our business market update and opportunity review or business opportunity, as it were. So you're welcome. So we want to look at the market. So we want to look at the market holistically. So we're starting from DXY as a major indicator for currencies. So DXY still have some strong momentum to move up. And so the direct interpretation on will go straight to Euro USD and other currencies alignment. And so that means we're going to have a continued move down, right? For Euro USD. So we're still going to have a sell of Euro USD back to this point or verbally down here. So prepare to still sell Euro USD for this new week as we still maintain some strength momentum over here. But this is what you must understand as market open tonight is that we need to have a pullback of the markets. And then the pullback, which seems to be as if it's crashing, then before we have a move up. So that's the direct opposite of it is Euro USD and of course GBP USD to have an opposite move. So you can see, I think I was telling somebody today about the market on GBP USD. So GBP USD, so you prepare to sell more. So a pullback and then to prepare to sell more GBP USD for this week and then Euro USD to sell, for more this week. Okay. So I think that's the major thing about USD correlation. So Euro USD, USD card. So USD card, a pullback and continuation. So you see find more buy of USD card. And of course, USD chef, a more buy, a pullback, and then continue buying for USD chef. So let's look at gold. So gold, as it were, I don't know how many of us observed since last week. We tell you that gold was continuing to sell, and so this week too, we have a consistent kind of selling, and so you still have some gap to fill for. That's waiting for except so if you break out of this point because this is just majorly a low and a high and a low. So all this was a pullback and filling up this fair value gap. And so this is like an induced liquidity. So if we sweep that and touch back here and bounce, then we can have a buy. Outside that, our USD, our gold still continue to sell. So you can have a pullback of this point, maybe probably pull back to 4635 and then you have a continuous selling for gold, for this week, as it were. Except you have a bounce here, then we can have a buy. Those of you who use our scanner, is very simple for you. You can always be trading in between while the market doing what it's doing, okay, continually. So now look at the crypto. Now, most of us, we saw the Bitcoin we sold last week, the price at which we sold Bitcoin. Because why? This is the DXY of crypto, all right? That is the USDT dominance. So it's the DXY of crypto, and we had it get supported here. And except otherwise, you can see except otherwise, if this is going to clock down more, then we can have Bitcoin match up a little, and then before dropping down. If not, if we have this one, let's if you got rejected here. So this is the volume. So, but we have it more low and the low and all of that. So that means Bitcoin is set to bounce from where it is right now. Let's look at Bitcoin very quickly. So Bitcoin is made to bounce from where it is now. Where is Bitcoin quickly? Okay, here's Bitcoin. So that is to say, Bitcoin hit down to this point, then we'll have it bounce. Outside that, then that means selling will continue for Bitcoin till when we get back down again to about $65,000. Don't put the trigger on my head if it doesn't happen, but this is what we're looking at, potentially for this market to return and bounce from here, and then that is volume adding up. And if you look at it, there were much selling volume last week. So virtually all those that didn't sell, they didn't buy. So we have Grayscale, we have BlackRock, we have Fidelity. All of them had some sales last week, Friday, all right, which was on the 15th. And so we have about 3,580 BTC sold. So the outflow outperformed the inflow. So tentatively, so whatever happened on Monday, so that means we're going to have that push down on Bitcoin. So as it were, the continuity of Bitcoin crashing down. So this can just be a pullback, and then you have more sell. So some of us who sold last week, we took some good profits anyway. And so whatever closes this will determine what will happen. But give and take, we have the rejection already. So we should be feeling down to this point, $75,000. And then if we're going to bounce from there, then that would make a lot of sense. That is if this actually got rejected from this moving average. That's for Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and other related coins and all of that. We bought this coin last week, and I say let's hold it. And so it may be struggling for a while, but when it's going to go up. So if you have money, maybe as we enter the new week and we saw the nature of the market. So those of you who trade spot, we have given it out on the PBS Club group. All right. So we say from $6.8 to something like that. I can't remember, 6.8 to 7 point something dollars to be bought. So you can buy and just hold it. Maybe eventually when it gets to about $15 or something, and then you can sell. That's for River. That's the name of the token. Then stock, those of us who are trading stock, we have told us about the diversification in stock. Let me just check if I can see some stock. If you have not been trading stock, so unfortunate. So a number of people don't pay attention to stock, but I think it's high time you learn to diversify into stock. So let me just quickly look at if there's some stock that are trying to make some sense or trying to take up to some movement. Let me just look at it quickly. Looking at my stock scaling. Looking at my stock scaling. Right, let's go back to the stock scaling. Okay. So when it comes to business or the financial market, you need to learn how to diversify and pick everything with rest of mind. And so why do I call it rest of mind? So you actually work out strategy of making money, right? Most of us just think that when it comes to what do we call it? When it comes to financial market, we thought just about trading. It's beyond trading. And even trading is beyond just day trading. So you have to understand that. Okay, so let's look at
Yeah. Don't sleep on that chair. Don't fall asleep on that chair.
okay, so looking at stock, I told you guys about Nvidia, and then I think it move up and then it start correcting back to 225 was my target. So let's look at our local stock quickly. I'm going to, if you have your pen, you probably want to write one or two stock, probably if you can, okay? It's not a financial advice. So, but most time, there's some stock that we're having some fill up previously, and but at this time, I think they may pick up, right? I think we have a massive dump on UBA Bank at a point. So, but I think it's picking up now. So you can write down UBA. Maybe you can find a way of getting UBA, right? Those of us who are investing in stock. Now, let me check quickly for UBA, see what exactly where it is now. UBA, I'm coming. United Bank for Africa PLC. Let's look at this. So you can see UBA here. Sorry, just a moment. Okay, so you may write it down, UBA. So what if you could buy UBA at 44 naira? So I think like rolling around this point. So you can buy UBA, number one. Number two, there's a stock called, okay, even Dangote Sugar. You know, Dangote Sugar had a shortfall, I think a recorded loss about, yes, about, was he, oh, it's already peaking, massive, oh my word. Yeah, because, but nevertheless, you can still find a way, probably, so it's going sideways. So maybe you can target to buy Dangote Sugar when it come down to 17 naira. But this is how I do. If I'm waiting for a stock to come down, I could buy some fraction and then wait for more fall and I add to it. So you can take note of Dangote Sugar. Another stock you probably want to take note of. I need to list them quickly. I'm sorry, I have a whole lot of things that have helped me, yeah, to do this quickly. Yeah, let me come up to show you. Seriously. Okay, yeah, let's go. Still some stock. If you don't have app for buying stock, you don't need anybody to help you to buy stock. You just download the app by yourself. We've done a lot of what's it called? Sorry, I'm coming. We've done a lot of presentations on stocks that you could buy into. Coming. Oh my word. Excuse me, just a moment, guys. I need to pick up. Okay, so I talk about Dangote Sugar. There's this FTN Cocoa. Yeah, so I think some of those things that has some crazy losses before they're about to pick up. Yeah, FTN Cocoa. You can take note of this FTN Cocoa. FTN Cocoa probably maybe back to 7 naira. So you can buy from 7 naira. So take note of that. You can follow up. So these guys, Cadbury, remember sometime because of the exchange and forex issues, they had some flop at a point, but I think they may pick up over time. Yeah, so, but it's still having a very serious restriction to flip about 73 naira. So, but it doesn't matter. When it has to do with stock, the worst that can happen if you buy at 70 naira or 75 naira or 70 naira next week, the worst that can happen is to come to 55 naira. So you just add to it. Most time we always tell people about power of DCA. So that can help you to maximize opportunity. Then we have okay, let me return back to this place. All right. Guys, what we do on our system, most persons do not really understand that what we do on our ecosystem PBS Club is number one, passive income and you diversify. So I've talked about UBA, right? Then I talked about Fidelity is picking up very nicely. Surprising. Yeah, so Cadbury, yes, Cadbury, international bureaus. International bureaus. Okay, international bureaus. Okay, let me check. International bureaus. Yeah, international bureaus and even national bureaus. So all of those ones, I've told people to buy Union Decon before. Okay, I've told people to buy Union Decon. So I've just given you UBA to target to buy to your portfolio. Yeah, so international bureaus. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Let me come back here. Let me come back here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. International Brewery. I think was this. Okay. Nth Brew. So you can buy international breweries. Just buy some and hold. Just 13 naira per shares. That's not too much. So international breweries and national breweries. International breweries. Is it no Nigerian breweries or something? What's that name here again? Sorry. Yeah, Nigerian Breweries PLC. That's NB. Yeah. So Nigerian Brewery. I we still got this last. Was it last year? Because there was a massive fall till April. It's been a while. I've not checked. Wow. Yeah, it's not too bad. So if you have a correction back to 87 naira, where's it now? Yeah, so there's a much big gap into this. So on Monday, when market open, you can look for a way, maybe at around 11, 12 noon. So at noon or one at noon, 12 p.m. tomorrow you can buy because that time the adjustment will have happened and then you can find an entry on it. So I've talked about some stocks now. So that's what it is. Okay. Now, those of us who are trading regularly, I've told you when you are trading either currencies or those of us who trade synthetics. All right. We've told you guys how you should trade the market using our scanner. It's very easy if you pay attention. That's the truth. If you pay attention, it's very easy. I saw this market today, yesterday or something, and it continued. Today it was a pullback, and this continued. So like this now, this market getting to this point, it's going to get a rejection here. Now you can find a way to find a sell or on it, as it were, 25. Sorry, navigating. I'm just navigating 51S. Yeah, so this one, wow. I took this trade this morning. I think I even did a video on those of you who attended what's it called? Those of you who attended the 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 PBS market the PBS market scanner boot camp day two. So I used today to review the day two and I posted the video. If you watch the video, I posted it since afternoon. If you watch the video, you will have been in this market because on 4 hours, he gave a buy and then went to 15 minutes. And then on that 15 minutes, we saw the entry. I'm sure I should be in some good profits right now. I enter into it and forget it. So give you an entry. That was a very good entry, but it was slow. And then we have a pullback here. And then so that's massive. That's crazy. That's good. Uh, this one was since last week. It has continued to massively move up. So, but definitely we saw a pullback. So that pullback is supposed to come back to this point. And so maybe if you are late to read, the best you can do is either to wait for it for a better rejection here or breakout and then to this point. And one of the things that do us that we are not profitable in trading, we want to just take trade at every time. And the advantage we already have is this fact that let me check that trade self. We already have an advantage or an upper hand of making more money. Wow. Wow. This is amazing. Wow. This is super amazing. 190 something dollars. What? 190 something dollars. Is this that? $40, $40, 195. Okay, $200, $4, $45. Wow. This is cool. This is cool. So now, because I took the trade and I forget about it, just in the morning, right? Why do I do that? I saw the system. Here is good to buy more long. There's the advantage of getting an entry on time. So I'm adding up and all of that. So I saw this yesterday. So when I came, I still know that it was still valid. And then I saw, imagine we're going to get here. The one that's already $213 right now, that means I could get up to, so imagine this short journey. So I could get up to this point. Man, that one, I will show us tomorrow whatever the result is. But just to let us know that you don't give yourself unnecessary stress in trading. No, you don't do that. Because if you do that, you are going to, how do I call this now? Let me just take this thing. I just want to adjust my stop losses. Yes, stop losses. Just a moment. I'm going to now tell us to, if you are with us right now and you are not taking advantage of, okay, you are not taking advantage of our business, then you are wrong. Okay, so everything's about $481. Wow. So now I've told you that when this thing, so let's go to the Forex quickly, for instance, or even the Bitcoin itself, why we sold Bitcoin last week, and that was a massive sell. So you can see what Bitcoin is doing now. If you can reclaim this, then we buy up. But remember, I told you the USDT dominance. So if it crashes down, which you can say, okay, crash down to this point. So you have Bitcoin regain some momentum massively. So that means for where we are now, you are looking at Bitcoin, but the volume is poor. So there's a very poor volume for it to massively move up. So the best you can do is that you want to wait for this candle to close. So the daily candle to close before you can decide what to do. Look at it. So that's one of the things we allow the candle to close. So if we go back, so last week we took some sales, and why we did that was the scanner had already given some level of rejection. All right. Now, what we are doing here is not to struggle. I don't struggle myself on trading. I'm sorry. I don't struggle myself on trading. I just follow simple instructions. Mhm. Follow simple instructions. Most of the signal we get on 4 hours, they are more powerful than anything. Look at XA, that is, look at silver. Silver have been selling since last week. And how was the sell actually occur? Occur in 4 hours, in returning back, and then go to 15 minutes. We narrowed down to even 5 minutes to find a sniper entry. But this was a beautiful sell. Now, another challenge most of us have is that when you take a sell or a buy, the market is dragging for a while. It's not your business. You have taken a trade, put your stop loss, allow the trade to run. As you can see now, this is still going to sell. So if you want to target XAG, you can still target it. This is just going to form a pullback. So that means you're going to be seeing XAG returning back to this point. That's 77 point something or 76.7. And then you are going to have more sell. So if you can target it as market open, allow the market to pull back, then we're going to have more sell on SAG. And so if we have more sell, looking at it from here, from that perspective, you pull back to this point, then you're going to find down to this point. So that's going to give you much money, right? The same thing on US 30. Those of you trade US 30, it has gotten to a support level, but we'll have a pullback that we're expecting. And then after that, you have a sell down for US 30 and NAS 100. And NAS 100, be careful the way you sell it. You remember, what is NAS 100 going to be very difficult for sell? This is the difficulty. This is the difficult thing you're going to find on NAS 100 because virtually tech stocks are moving up. So if the tech stock are moving up like Nvidia and all of that, so and look at it, we have so much strong buys on most of the tech stock. Look at Nvidia upon the pullback, we're still having strong buy. Alphabet, this is Google, you still have strong buy. So when you have the NAS 100, when you have more of those tech stock getting more momentum, then you have to be very careful about you shorting NAS 100. That's what you need to know. Because look at Nvidia, and I'm sure some of you know that you can trade Nvidia even in forex market. So look at it. Nvidia last week, one guy that I told to buy Nvidia, right? That is on Forex platform. Yes. So when it bought and then there was a pullback, and then you don't need to panic. The movement are not too massive, so I can use big lot size. So now it saw that the thing was, I say, relaxed. It was just a pullback. And then after the pullback. So the same thing you're having here now. So if this is going to form a pullback, see what will happen. Let's look at it quickly. Nvidia. So that means you have to be careful not shorting. You're going to be very careful not shorting NAS 100, because look at it here. So worst case scenario, maybe market returning back to 215 or 211 to probably 203. And after then, the market continue to pick up. So as long as that happens, so you're going to be having issues with your NAS 100, because it will just do and then bounce again. That also happened to a lot of people short in NAS 100 last week or so. They short the market and they were happy that they're going to make money. No, it just continued to buy. Very, very massive. That was since when? This buy, since March ending, it has been consistently buying. So, and that buy will still continue. So if you want to buy or you want to sell, it has to be a short sell. And then you know that, okay, the next buy is going to be massive, the pulling off to this point. Okay. So now, what's the advantage? So the advantage you have, please, why do we show people to leverage on all of these things? Okay. Now, so I will last say this. If you are on our ecosystem and you do not have your account set up, because most persons come to me and ask a lot of questions, and I say, hey, no, what we do is to explore the global financial market. That's what most of us don't understand. Now, one of the things that cause problem for us not to be profitable while we're trading is that we guesswork and then we're under pressure, much, much pressure. You can imagine the trade I took in, look at it. You can imagine the trade I took in on this market. Where is you? Where is you? Where are you? Where are you here? Okay. Okay, not NAS 200, not this. Okay. Is it this? Okay, I just want to point out something to us. Yeah, okay, so this one. So imagine you can see the market I entered and I forget about it. Does that mean I have too much money to risk? No, because I've taken some measurement and expect the market. That's the same thing I did to this one last week. The 1S, the trade continued to run since not last week, last 2 weeks. That was Thursday, right? Last 2 weeks was when the market was entered into. And I've not closed part of it now. Part of it are still running. Oh, yes. So now why? Because trading is not just about buying and selling. Trading is just about scalping. Trading is an investment vehicle. So that means I can enter a trade, allow it to run for a full cycle. For a full cycle, then you will make some massive money with rest of mind. These are the things that we don't pay attention to. Most time people just come out to run a trade. No, no, no. You can work on a cycle of a market and then remove yourself from unnecessary stress. But sometimes we just want to get things done anyway at all costs to know that, okay, you are a trader. You come in now, you jump out, you come in, you jump out, and all of that. If you cannot be meticulous in your coming in and jumping out, because if you jump in and jump out too much without having a consistent strategy to do that, you're going to be wasting money. Imagine this is boom 1,000. So look at the sell since. That was since on the 3rd of May, and that's still continue. Okay, so now I'm ending with those of us who you have been invited to our ecosystem. Tomorrow we'll start our training again. But let me just tell us something. By tomorrow morning, you will have seen our what was it called? Call it for me. Our Sonic AI will have been trading. So if you are hearing or somebody invited you to our market update and you don't yet have an account on Sonic, that's on Tag Market, it's better you can quickly do that this night. If you do that this night, so as trade commence tomorrow, you'll be part of it, because those are the things that can build your stable trading strategy. Okay? Now, so in case if you have not heard about that before, let me just quickly show you what this is all about. So Sonic on AI tech ecosystem, Tag Market, right? Maybe many of us don't know. Tag Markets, account running on Tag Market now should be over 750,000 accounts running on Tag Market. Now, why? Because of the AI. right? Because of the AI and the amplification. So what we advise people is that take advantage of it right now. And somebody have asked me, what is the average profit I can be making a month connecting my account? Somebody have done the calculation here. Say if worst case scenario of just 1%, that if Sonic is doing 1%, that means if you have $500, you can be making average of how many percent? Be making average of 1% times 12 times 25, 24. All right. That can make average of on 24x, that'll be 120, 240. 5,000 should be 1,200. It's more than that. Because I have a $5,000 account that last month what it made was $1,500. So if you take out 30% of it, was giving about $1,070 or thereabout. So that means a $5,000 account, I can be making average of 1,000 every month without lifting my fingers. So why do we encourage people to take advantage of it? It will help you to make more money, right? With rest of mind without lifting fingers. Then if you are the type that build business, these are the things you can make more. Profit share, trading lots commissions, leaders pool, CPA earning incentives. These are other 5 many ways of making money if you are building your, I call it franchise system. Your franchise system on this platform can make you so much money this way. So talking about the profit share and from level 1 to level 10. Many should not understand, have not understood this level 1 to level 10. So $2 per lot, 10 levels. Level 1 to level 10, you still make a lot of commissions. And then you have the, ambassador pool, people who qualify for travel. If you want the money, they give you the money and all the like. Then talk about the CPA. The CPA is a crazy money people are making on tag markets now. Because why? They decide to build a business and then leverage on, because people you are sharing with you are not coercing them to come in. I don't know how many of us have been consistently profitable for the past 18 to 19 months without blowing account. Even if you do not blow account, you see that your profits reduce drastically. But that is the system we are giving to you to maximize and make a lot of money. So please, and some of us, if you try to load your account, there are a lot of upgrade going on. Let me just show us something quickly. Some of us don't know. That means if you don't know how to plan for yourself, this system can plan for you. Let me just log in and show you people something. Those of us are building the business. Let me just show something very quickly. I just saw that. So that's sometimes when you are trying to log into your account and it seems to be very difficult. There is always consistently doing a kind of review, what's it called? Update and addition in our back office. Let me just show you quickly. Okay, some of you are just coming now. I gave some stock that you can buy and then make money, right? Uh, I quickly would not to enlighten us to some financial mistake we make, right? Now, those of us who use data in Nigeria, you use data, you bank. So you use data, you bank, you do all of those things, and you don't have shares. You are robbing yourself. You are just robbing yourself. So now there's something I saw about when we're making withdrawal of those of us who are building the ecosystem. So if I click withdraw now, see what's happening here. There is now an MT5 available here. If I click on the MT5, I can connect to my existing account that is running. Oh my word. Look at it now. Hey, these guys are crazy. Do you see something? So that you know the account you want to add to. You will bring my account connected here and the capital available there. Look at what it says. Say this account is $72 capital. This account is $12 capital. This account is $30 capital. This account is $199.9 capital. This account is $5,092. This account is $13 capital. This account is 97 capital. So now, assuming, please, these persons that are disturbing us, please, can you just respect yourself to an extent? Okay, so now, assuming the money I want to withdraw, I've withdrew it anyway. Assuming the money I want to withdraw, I say, okay, I don't want to withdraw it. I want to add it to this account of $97 or account of $5,000. So if an account of $97, I just click on it. How much out of this money? Maybe it's 50% of that my money. I've withdrew that. And now, so I'll just put in 50%. So if I want to type in manually, let's say $40. As I just click confirm deposit, do you know what that's done? That means I'm topping up my account, right? I'm topping up my account from my residual money. Come on. See the training you are getting now. I'm topping up my account with my residual money. Okay? Your residual money to be top up to your existing account. That's a list, that's a training. You are getting a very massive training. Just like what I used to do those days, people are building business with us. When they make money, I say, instead of withdrawing this money to USD, withdraw it to Litecoin. So automatically you just abandon in Litecoin. As Litecoin go up, you make money, right? Over time, when you get to a situation. Now, this thing we are still doing is just basically on CopyX alone connected to Tag Market. You have not started with Bitcoin Exchange, which is going to use Endotech. Then we are not started with wallet where people use wallet. Of course, many of us want to have the wallet because you have an ATM attached to it. And I'm sure it's going to be very cheap for people to access massively. And so as people connected within your organization are doing transaction, there is a rebate you are going to be making from that, what we call cashback. Come on, this is amazing. For me, I've started trading on my own Bitcoin exchange independently, even before the Endotech will be finally synchronized with their API. So I started trading myself. Now, you ask me now, what will form my choice of trading on this platform? And then what will form my choice of telling any of my ecosystem people to trade? Because you are going to be sharing from the 60%, so the total commission that the exchange is making, 60% will go to the ecosystem for sharing. If you don't understand, let me show you. So that you prepare yourself ahead of time. And I'm telling you, please, if you are listening to me, and because of lack of understanding, you are not the type that buys stock, change that character right now. And I've told you why. Let's go quickly as I just divert a little and show you all of this thing. Why is it so important? So look at this, after when this thing, what's going to be shared with us, what's going to be shared with us is 60%. Okay? What's going to be shared with us is 60% of the profit made, right? Profit made from who? From people trading. So 5% go for maybe ambassador or generational, whatever. But 55% of the 60% go. You can't understand that now until it comes, because all of these are architecture. So by the time the figure is coming, the way we can understand the figure of this other one is different. Now, so why I want to do this? Many of us come in and do not pay attention to understanding why are we doing what we do. We're doing what we do because we want to leverage on opportunity and AI. Now, let me show you something I was teaching in the morning quickly. Now, let me go to MTN. So please, this should teach you a lesson. If you are watching me this night or you're listening to the recorded version anytime. Now, if you are part of the Plan B Express for more than 5 years, you agree that I've been talking about stock market very long time. Now, why am I talking about stock market? Because it's part of the financial market. Now, let me give you one secret, everybody. Some of us who are complaining, I'm not saying your government, that they do well, they do bad. That's not the problem. Let me give you one thing. We call it internal economy of scale. All right, let's quickly look at it. Then we have what we call internal economy. So internal economy, all right, internal economy and internal, 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 internal diseconomy of scale. So we have internal economy and diseconomy of scale, and we have external economy and diseconomy of scale. Now, if you are listening to me this evening, go and change your. Let me wire you with some koboko. What do you mean by that, Felix? Okay, very quickly. I've been talking about people to buy. I'm talking to people to buy MTN stuff for many years. So, and I want to use as a case study. So just like we're telling you now, leverage on AI, connect your account to Sonic. You don't pay anything to connect. It is free. Now, what you have done yourself is this economy on MTN. Let's use a case study of MTN. Now, as at 2024 till like December 2024, MTN was around 180 naira per shares. Let's go there. 180 naira per shares. And so till now, MTN went to about 950 naira or thereabout. So, but now seated at about 819 naira. So, which about 300 and something percent from that point. Now, the point is not the issue. Now, MTN, those of us who use MTN data, I may not be able to do the proper analysis, but I take from the fiber we connect with. So the fiber started, and then at a point, the one I can still trace. So MPBS, that's per seconds. So 50. They started and they were giving at 12,500 naira per month. Later, it was changed to about 17 naira per month. Later, it was changed to 22,500 naira per month. Later, it was changed to 25,000 naira per month. Later, it was changed to 30,000 naira per month. So I saw some discrepancies. Some they say 45, some they say 35, and all of that. But let's leave it at 30,000 naira per month. Now, there's something that has happened now. Then the data, the call, the phone call you are making. Now, they declare good percentage, even Dangote Cement, Boa Cement, all of them declare very massive profits from last year to this year. Now, let me tell you where the profit came from. Those profit did not come from additional sales. No, no. It didn't come from additional sales. In fact, I think Boa Cement or Dangote Cement declared that the number of bags of cement they sold within this period was lesser than what they sold before. But they make more profit, they declare more profits. So let's look at it. Let's look at the profits. Let's look at the profits, be clear. Let's go here. Let's just check. NGN. What you don't know is your elder brother, so you better know. Ignorance is a very big parasite. No wonder they say it's not an excuse in the court of law. So let's look at income statement. Okay. Okay. Dangote Cement. Okay. Right. Dangote Cement. Yeah. So revenue. Oh my goodness. Revenue 4.51 trillion naira. Yeah, revenue, fiscal period. I may not be able to give you all of those details, but them just a skeletal kind of a thing. Gross profit was 2.76 trillion naira. Okay. Net, look at the net income on Dangote Cement was 1 million, no, 1.1 trillion naira. All right. Okay, good. Oh, I just saw somebody would just help ourselves. Now let's look at MTN. Good, MTN. So MTN, yeah. So MTN, the dividend were okay. So MTN, look at it. MTN gross profit was 3.02 trillion naira. Gross profit. So let's look at net profit. Net profit was 1.3 trillion, more than Dangote Cement. Okay. On MTN. Now, so what now happened? What do you think happens? What happened was simple. What happened was that there was a change in policy, government policies, and so many other things that happened. And that gave room to MTN, Dangote, all of them to increase price of their goods. Dangote, so cement sold at 12,000, what we were buying at 2,005, maximum 4,000 and all of that. So so many of those things happened. And many do not understand. Even Boa. Boa gave us a lot of money because we bought Boa less than 100 naira. Later, it was stagnated at 160 naira for a very long time. But the Boa cement now is over 400 and something naira per share, per share, yes, I'm not mistaken. Now, so what I'm trying to tell us is this. The income that was weighing more than what it was before was not because they have more sales, was because there was a change in tariff, there was a change in policy that led to change in tariff, which was permitted. Now, let me ask you a simple question. Who pay? It's me and you. So the only way you can get your money back or to reduce the cost is to be part of the shares. So that if you pay some money to subscribe for data, airtime, and all of that, now they have increased it over and again, then you should be able to make it back from the stock. That's the thing. So if you are not having some of the stock, there are some major stock, telecommunication, banking stock, like all of that, and you do not have, you are doing yourself a lot of disfavor because that's the only place you will have been able to get enough money. GTCO, the same thing. All right. Of course, you know what bank are charging you now on transaction. Government policies changes, and then they have room to do what they are doing. Okay, tax, VAT, so many funny things they talk about, and then you are just got carried away, and then you are not making the money is not redeeming back to you. That's a very bad one. So you are not making it back, but you are spending more. So I may not be able to tell you all of this data. You can't understand, you can't interpret all of this data just to give you an aha effect to understand that, oh, I'm actually doing myself this favor not to have MTN share, not to have BOA cement share. If you are into real estate or building infrastructure and you don't have BOA, you have what the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji, Senator, what's the name of Nigeria president, sir? Senator. It's Tinubu, right? Ahmed Tinubu. So the president of Nigeria was saying that when they want to do a project of is it Sokoto to Badagry Road and then to whatever Calabar, so that they were talking about to cast that those are the casting they want to do with cement. He now called the Boa and Dangote. In fact, they talk. Only that talk alone should make you know that they are going to be dry up of available cement, for instance. So these are some of those strategies, policies in government. Capitalists now take advantage of those policies, but you are supposed to leverage on them as they are doing what they are doing. So you can imagine MTN from that 180 naira per shares to 800 naira. So let's say you even boss MTN at 200 naira to 800 naira. That's additional 600 naira. So no matter what you pay as your tariff, okay, this last month to this month, they just pay dividend of 15 naira per shares. So, and before this year end again by October, they will pay us another one. Yes, because I was just checking some of my dividend on MTN. I saw that the other last year, October or November. Okay, Boa had paid January or something. Boa Cement paid January or something, and then all of those things. So this is how you do what we call internal economy of scale. But if you are not taking advantage of it, that you are doing yourself internal diseconomy of scale. So, ladies and gentlemen, so passive income, we have so many passive income. Number one, we talked about the automation, and that's why you're using Sonic AI on Tag Market. If you are not yet there, it's not an advertisement. I'm not trying to convince anybody. But if you are not yet there, you are in an ecosystem of friends have told you about it and you are playing, well, let's watch and see what will happen anyway. But that means you are not doing yourself any good favor. You are doing yourself a lot of disfavor. I tell you honestly speaking, because there's so many things to pick from the system. All right. So you are making passive money, you are doing a lot of things. I don't know how many of us have observed some activities and integrations and transaction now. The way it goes on Tag Market is faster than before. Many of you have observed that. Now, there can be congestion where you want to activate account, like somebody was telling me. Let me check on Tag Market quickly as I wrap up. So if you have any question, you can ask me. Remember today, this night used to be for our market update review and business opportunity. So that's why we're not doing full presentations, as you know. And so we do market review. I've told you, those of you come late, early, I've told you why, what you should be selling, what you should buy as we enter the new week. So let me just log in and see if the conjunction is over. Some of you want to activate. Some people chatted me. I'm sorry, I was too busy. I was not so much available to attend to so many issues, but apology for that, okay? So now, if you look at it now, okay, I think somebody have a question. So don't worry, I'm going to attend to your questions. Okay, so let me click on CopyX. So if network is so congested, now, and always observe and understand that if network is congested most time, it's not on tag, it's the connectivity to Sonic. Sonic is a software that you have to connect through the API, or some use webhook. So for those jargon I'm speaking, webhook, which one is webhook again? All right. So you can see now it's showing zero strategies, meaning that there's still congestion. So if we are trying that, just continue to try it until it show up for you. If I click on follower hub now, you will see 00. If I click on strategy, it will say no strategy. Don't panic. It's conjecture and all of that. All right. So that's one thing I need us to know. And those of us who are just coming in first. So our segment, our platform operate three major things. Number one, passive income, which you make through automation, you make through buying of some coins and hold, you make through some buying of stocks and hold, right? And then some stock, we call some stock dividend-based stock, and then just capital growth stock. Then dividend-based stock, then we have some blue chip stocks. Some blue chip stock are capital gain stock because they do not have dividend. All right. So, but how you balance the two? So you have some that are for blue chip, and then you have some that are for dividend base. So when you have that, that's going to give you an edge, right, to make money, more money because you diversify. Okay. So now, as it were, the dividend base will pay you more, regularly at some interval, while some just make a capital growth. And then when the capital grow to an extent, you make more money, you sell again, you buy again, you sell again, and that's what you do. And that's very, 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 very powerful. Okay. So at this point in time, I'm going to be entertaining questions. So let me check on your chat if you have any question. Okay, somebody say, that what's your opinion on Cartoon Network token? Oh, Cartoon Network token. Okay, I will just check quickly now. Okay, so is it a good buy? Cartoon Network token. Have I even checked such coin? Cartoon Network token. Okay, somebody hand is up. Okay, please let me just quickly attend to. Now, there's something that's happening now in the crypto world that I want us to be very careful about. So many, that was what have affected a lot of people. Let's go to CoinMarketCap quickly. So many persons actually felt that crypto markets behave the same at all cycle. No, you miss it. Crypto market does not behave the same at all cycles. If you look at this cycle we are in now, it's not a cycle of all cryptos. It's a cycle of major. And the guys that are controlling the market now are these ETF guys. Forget about it. Any other person, they are just a joker. These are the guys with the money. So they are the guys with the bullion van. So whatever thing they do to the market is what the market will answer to. Let me quickly show you something so that some coins, when they bring it out, some people are telling you we are going to create a project this way, create a project this way. Be careful. Most of them may not see the light of the day. Because see, what make us make insane money in crypto is that so some believers just pumping money to some project. So no matter how fantastic your project is, if there are no people to pump in money, something to convince them to pump in money to your project, I'm sorry, if you invest in such project, it's just the make believe to be doing. And then some of the top guys that have a lot of liquidity, once they see that some swims and not whales have gathered their little money into the platform, so they quickly just find a way to liquidate and then japa. All right. And once they japa, they won't japa that. So that's one of the things. So quickly, I want to just open this liquidity so that we can see what's happening in the market. So the token, let me just quickly do something. So while I'm looking for this, that your hand is up, so you can unmute yourself and ask your question while I'm looking for that coin this person is talking about. Yes, unmute yourself and ask your question quickly, please.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, when you were talking recently now, you mentioned that you have spoken about some stock that you said people can buy. So you were about to mention them, but you haven't said anything. So I don't know if you can help us to mention them again, because I joined a bit late. I've been joining since 8:30, but I realized it was shifted. So I don't know. You later started it again. So
Yeah,
that's
I
sir.
won't go back to this talk. I will drop the recording immediately so that you watch it, you see it. I then the late was announced that was starting by 9, and I think we started 9. So or maybe if anybody can do you okay, somebody was saying, say thanks for the stock market information, sir. My fixing bought around January is over 100% profit. Congratulations. Yes, that's all. So you have to go back to the person who said he didn't get the name of the stock. I mentioned them as we start at the middle. That means you join very, very late. So I mentioned them. So I may not have that privilege again to go to my file and start bringing them one after the other. So if anybody is going to be help us so much enough, maybe if you have the list, you can type it on the comment section so that to help other people who don't get it. Okay, I think that will help. Okay, so let me just quickly. So I want to do some fantastic thing as we close. So please, if you have this, if any one of us who have the list of the coins, so help a brother, and then you can help another person. So now let me. Okay, so the person who has about that CC coin, let's go here. Coming. So anybody can help a brother, please. Can help a brother, and then don't think it's only that brother you are helping. If you type it, you are going to help more brothers. So let's go to the CC coin quickly and check some analysis. Now, there's some fundamental that was pushing some coins in the market and community participation. So have helped a lot of people. But one of the things I want us to understand is that any token of that community base and all of that, when the hype is down, they seems to be misbehaving. So when you bought some of those coins, so let's go to that cartoon coin, CC token. That I think it's on Bybit already or something. Where are you? Some Bybit, some Binance. So let me take the one on this perpetual contract. No, I just want to pick on USDT. Let me take it on this guy. So you can see that it's more of hype coins that was not giving good direction of volumes as it were, right? So people are making a lot of money on it. So now let's look at it. What's the chances this week for this token? For us, let's go here. How do you know that a coin was not having a very much momentum or not a regular token? You keep having week up and down, week up and down. So it's fight and fight, fight and fight, and all of that. So let's go back to 4 hours. I think there was a buy opportunity yesterday for the token. CC. What I would advise that if you must buy any of those tokens, just allow Bitcoin to close for today first, before buying to them, and be ready not to freak fear, yeah, because it's within just internal structure right now for us to find a buy. You can't find a buy now, so it's within internal structure. Let me go to 15 minutes. So you can see it's within the internal structure. Down massively the other day. So you have to await a rejection. Probably still targeting at let's say at 15 cents within that region. So, but allow Bitcoin to decide. If Bitcoin crashes, it will crash. In fact, it will crash so much. So that's what I can say for the CC token. And then, of course, please buy on spot. Don't buy on futures. Buy on spot and hold it, and so that when you get to a nice profit, you can make a lot of money. All right. I think that's that for CC token. Somebody is saying something. Okay, let's go. How can I buy stock in my broker? Okay, how can I buy stock? My broker doesn't allow stock. No. If you are not in our ecosystem for a very long time, maybe tomorrow, pray God give me grace, and I post all our platform that we use in buying stock. We buy stock on Bamboo, Trade. We have always been posting them on our group, but I think most people don't pay attention to it. Okay, so we're going to post it on the congratulations. Oh, you even bought a bit late at 70 naira per shares. So now look at it. This is what I always tell people. Anytime you wake up, it's your good morning. You see this stock that this person bought average of 70 naira per shares, right? And okay, lovely. I love this. If you look at it, he posted on the group for us to learn for the purpose. So he bought about 344 units at the cost of 22,500 naira. Yes. And now this is about 46,000 naira. I only tell people there's no amount that is too small to start investment, and there's no amount that is too big to start investment. So most time we say the money is not big. I say it's not true. It's because your vision is too small. If your vision is very big, that small money will be big. Just like we have talked about compound interest on the Sonic AI. I did that for somebody yesterday, and then the person, I don't know if it's online now. The person will just say, "Let me go for 250." Because when I say compound $250 for the next 5 years, you're going to have 1.7 million naira, give and take, all things being equal, with all the results we are getting. And I went to as low as like 15%, not 16.8, not 21. Like last week, we did 21%. No, I don't want to go there. And he's like, "What?" But how many of us are patient enough? How many of us are obedient enough? I know how long I've been talking about stock, buy this, buy this. Many people don't pay attention. Now, maybe some of us that, especially those of us, be careful, some of us who claim that we know how to trade, we are professional trader. You see, uh, trading can happen to you the way Nigeria happened to people. Does that mean you don't know how to trade? No, you know how to trade. That's why I so much cherish what Sonic AI is doing. As Sonic is doing now, I don't need to be scalping again. I can face my swing trade. But every time you wake up, imagine when you wake up tomorrow now from morning till like 12, you have seen maybe Sonic have taken one trade or two. There's a way it relieve you. You just, wow, thank God. No matter how little it is, you just say thank God. So then when you are now doing your own personal trading, you have time to, be meticulous before entering. So in the same vein, when I kept telling people to buy stock and all of that, you see that I told about MTN, right? I told you about MTN, I told you about this. Now, let me just check something quickly and I'll post to you. You will laugh. Let me check quickly. Just a moment, please. So we have posted. So I will still post it on both the Telegram and the WhatsApp group, the general Telegram and the WhatsApp group. And if anybody is on PBS Club, you subscribe for our PBS Canal. And that means you are on PBS Club, because if you subscribe for our PBS Canal, you are added to PBS Club. And you do not know where you are buying stock, you have fallen my hand. Because why? Everything is there. So it will not turn to okra mature for person that do not have teeth. So the stock portfolio is there and all the detail. So it's not about, I always tell you, financial market is not about buying and selling of currency pairs. It's about democratization of money. Money that was meant for banks before is now decentralized. But how many of us actually pay attention? Now, most of us, what we like sometimes is hypes. When people are hyping you, oh, they say, oh, no, but this space is marvelous, and so you just need to settle down to maximize. Let me check. I just want to check something quickly and come back to us. I want to check quickly and come back to us. Thank you. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? What is this down? Sorry. Open. Okay. I was just checking. I even bought Guinness. I was just checking. All right, First Bank. First Bank. I was checking some First Bank that was bought in 2020 during COVID-19 at about 6 naira per shares. In 2021, many dividends were paid. Even okay, I check another GTB. Come on. Sorry, I just want to check something quickly. GTB, dividend paid, Boa Cement, 67 naira. Yes. Okay. So let's go back to. So most time what we do is that because some issues, I just told her, I told people to buy this coin last week, and I bought it before that time, and it made some good money already, but we're expecting that it's going to go up more. What if it crash down? Then I will be on temporal loss. The same thing on this. that was happening, right? And then we bought in as that. So then I post all of those platforms generally. I always post link, but most time we don't pay attention. So people can easily see when they see percentage. When they see percentage. So, but learn to follow information and instructions that people follow instruction and information are the one that produce percentage. So look at Boa Cement, it's about 35 naira. That was the Boa Cement we bought at 67 naira at a point, 120, 130, 114, and all of that. And if care is not taken, Boa Cement will soon hit 600 naira. Felix, is verdict? I say if you are not careful, if you are not careful. So if you are careful, you may not hit. Okay. I'm always blessed and okay, intrigued in all your meetings. God bless you, sir. You are blessed. You are blessed, man. You are blessed, man. So those of us who have not bought stock before, we'll post the link on the group generally. So if I 1,000 naira, you can buy stock of 1,000 naira. It happens in 2023. It happened on 2023 when I asked people to buy Transcorp. Okay, Transcorp, and that was the time the Ote dollars and were more or less like in competition. And what is this man called? Tony Elumelu, wife, not even himself. Guess what? How much we bought the stock? We bought the stock at 1 naira 85, 88 kobo. No, 85 kobo, yes. 1 naira 85 kobo, less than 2 naira. And the same stock went to as high as how much? It went up to as high as 60 something naira. Oh, yes. And so its own time has rain past now. Oh, I even said 60 something naira. In that 24, oh, it went to 80. I didn't even know because I sold at 63 naira. Maybe that's why I didn't know that it even traveled to. So, but you can see since then now, since 2024, its own time has ended. So it's small it was doing. All right. It is small it was doing. So the one that took over was Presco, though, which was already expensive, but the jump was high when it moved from very funny price. It was 117 naira. I remember telling some persons at that 2023, 117 naira per shares. And you can see now, don't say I say this, please don't put the trigger on my head, but don't be surprised when you see Presco hit 5,000 naira before the last quarter of this year. Now, so it's already very expensive for you, so you can get other ones, but I'm just telling you. Okay. In January this year too, if you are on PBS Club, on January this year, we asked people to still buy. Before January, December, we mentioned Stanbic IBTC ETF 30. Then in January, we repeated it. So in January, where we repeated it was around 1,000 naira, 1,100 naira, and all of that. And then many who listened, they bought massive buy. From that 1,000 naira, I went to 7,000 naira. I told some person, I'm selling, so you can sell to take profit. So the last one we bought back was here. Some still have taken profit, but some of us still hold some. So you can imagine such thing. And then the ETF can crash because if the total stock within the 30 stock cumulatively that their index are measured, if they are having plumbed back of the market's strength, then the ETF will collapse. So that's why you pick the money, allow the other one to run. So it's the same thing, protect capital, secure profit, and trade with profit. So these are the things that most time we don't pay attention on. All right. I think PZ too. We bought PZ, many of you. So, but can I make us laugh? Many people subscribe for the PBS canal. Or PBS. Okay, we bought this one at 14 naira per shares. I think so. We bought it at the 14 naira per share. So that's so at 14 naira per shares, and then it went up very well. Good. All right. Very good. This one dumped massively. And I think because consumer goods will soon making up, I think this one is not bad if you can get some because consumer goods will soon be taking off gradually, and that will contribute to the index of consumer goods. And so that is the ETF for consumer goods and all of that. I think that's going to be a massive stuff for people who actually want to leverage. Okay. Okay, so we have Mary. Mary, where is you? I'm sorry, I just need to peruse this thing quickly. Okay, so there's one international stock we bought two, we've sold, and I say it's going to crash. It crashed, and then we bought back again. It's called RKT. So I think it should have been start adjusting back now. Okay, it's still crashing. So we bought it and sold. I think we did 30 something percent. And the crash again continue. We bought back again, did another 25 or something percent. So if eventually crosses all of this, then that means too bad for it. So that means we're looking at coming back to $10 before actually having a headway. So if you are buying some stock and it has given you good profit and you notice some fundamental issue around it, there's nothing bad about offloading some of the stock and get it back at a cheaper price. That's going to make a lot of sense. Okay? That's going to make a lot of sense. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have done Noble tonight. You should know that our ecosystem is not just noise, it's about money making, diversification. So we talk about passive investment. So first is the automation. So that's why you are connecting your account to Sonic AI, all right? And then leveraging on tag market. We have other copy when they are fully on the limelight. Those people have not connected to it before we give you access. Or those of you who have connected before and dislodge your account without getting back to us, we will not give you link because they are connected through a link and through an instruction. So I think we should be having that maybe if we cannot have it this week, then that means next week so that June it's running fly. So we have three copy system. One is what you are maximizing already, so we still have more to come. So if it's to make money, it's just for you to obey simple instruction. You're going to make a lot of money. So if your friend who invited you here, you just need to thank him because you make money as if it's not money you are making. So you just follow simple instruction and maximize, profit. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Do have a nice rest. I think we have done Noble tonight. So see you tomorrow for our presentation on AI tech ecosystem tag market. And nobody typed to help a brother. Nobody typed to help a brother about the stock we mentioned. I think I just mentioned the stock for myself. Maybe nobody wrote it down because a lot of people don't know about stock. Maybe what you only listen to about stock is those things they are saying online. Hey, I recommend my stock for you. Before those people start talking, before any stock start raining, some people have gotten the pre-move and then they move it. And that's what we do. So some people start talking about stock that will have made money. I know it's now that people are talking about Wima Bank, talking about so many other banks that were bought at a cheaper price. See GTCO 144, 146 naira per shares. This stock was suffering at 33 naira, 29 naira, 32 naira for many years. And then we kept saying, buy, just buy, add up. Because GTC is the only stock, the Nigerian stock, and then even the banking stock that have dual listing, both in Nigeria and London. So you should understand why GTB stock need to be flying the way it's flying. And then we are paid dividend. They always pay our dividend. And that's the lovely thing about it. All right, so thank you very much. See you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Invite your friend as many numbers as you can invite. And then 9 p.m., that same tomorrow, invite them and let them come and learn. Thank you very much and do have a nice rest, everyone. Good night.